The in-person job interview, how to sound confident and get the job. Hello and welcome to Real English Conversations. I'm Emma.
And I'm Daniel.
If you're learning English and you sometimes feel nervous speaking, especially in high-stakes situations, you're in the right place.
Yeah, because today we're tackling something that even native speakers find stressful.
Oh, absolutely. We focus on real conversations, not textbook English.
We talk about what people actually say and what they really mean in everyday life.
And today's topic is one that can literally change your life.
The in-person job interview.
This is where you get to show who you are, what you can do, and why they should hire you.
And if you nail this conversation, everything changes.
Before we dive in, if you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to the channel and give the video a like.
It really helps more English learners find us, and we're building such an amazing community here.
All right, let's get into it. Why job interviews feel impossible. Okay, so let's start with why job interviews are so stressful. Because they genuinely are. I remember my first big interview in English. My hands were shaking.
Same, and the worst part is you're being judged on everything.
Your words, your body language, your confidence.
And if English isn't your first language, you're also worried about making mistakes.
What if I don't understand the question?
What if I freeze up?
What if they think I'm not qualified because of my accent?
These fears are real. But here's what we want you to know.
Interviewers are not trying to trick you.
They want you to succeed. They want to find the right person for the job.
And that might be you.
If you prepare properly, you can walk into that room with confidence,
Even if your English isn't perfect.
even if you're nervous.
Because it's not about being perfect. It's about being prepared. The big idea. So here's the framework for a successful job interview.
Think of the interview as a conversation, not an interrogation.
You're not just answering questions. You're showing them who you are.
The job interview has 5 key parts.
Part 1, the first impression and opening.
Part 2, answering common questions effectively.
Part 3, talking about your experience with confidence.
Part 4, asking smart questions.
And Part 5, closing strong.
Let's break down each part.
Part 1, the first impression. The first 30 seconds of your interview matter more than you think.
This is where you set the tone for everything that follows.
So let's talk about what to do when you first walk in.
First, arrive about 10 minutes early. Not 30 minutes, not 2 minutes.
10 minutes gives you time to breathe, check your appearance, and calm your nerves.
When you meet the interviewer, make eye contact and smile.
A genuine smile, not a nervous one.
Offer a handshake. Firm, but not crushing.
And say something simple like, "Hello, I'm your name. It's nice to meet you."
Or, thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me.
That's it. Simple and professional.
Now here's something a lot of people mess up.
Small talk at the beginning.
The interviewer might say something like, how was your drive? Or, did you find the place okay?
This is not a trick question. They're just being friendly.
Keep your answer short and positive.
It was great, thank you. The directions were very clear.
Or, fine, thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Don't launch into a story about traffic or parking problems.
That's correct. Don't make the same mistake I've made. Just keep it light and move on.
Now, let's talk about body language during the interview.
Sit up straight. Don't slouch.
Keep your hands visible, maybe folded on the table or resting in your lap.
Don't fidget with your phone, your pen, or your hair.
Make eye contact regularly, but don't stare.
If you're nervous, it's okay to glance at your notes or take a breath.
Just don't look at the floor or the ceiling while you're answering.
That makes you seem unsure.
Part 2. Common questions and how to answer them. All right, now let's get into the questions you're definitely going to hear.
And how to answer them in a way that makes you sound confident and competent.
Question number 1. Tell me about yourself.
We actually covered this in an earlier episode, but let's talk about how it's different in a job interview.
In an interview, this question is really asking, why should we care about your background?
So don't give your life story.
Start with your current situation or most recent experience.
Then connect it to why you're interested in this job.
Here's an example. I'm currently working as a project coordinator at a marketing firm, where I manage timelines and client communications. I've been doing this for 3 years, and I really enjoy the problem-solving aspect. I'm excited about this role because it would let me take on more responsibility in a similar environment.
See how that flows?
Current role, experience, connection to this job.
About 30 to 45 seconds. That's all you need.
Question number 2. Why do you want to work here?
This is a big one, and a lot of people blow it.
Don't say, I need a job.
Don't say, you're close to my house.
Those things might be true, but they're not what the interviewer wants to hear,
They want to know that you've researched the company.
and that you're genuinely interested.
Here's a good answer. I've been following your company for a while, and I'm really impressed by your focus on sustainability. I saw that you launched a new product line last year, and I think my background in supply chain management would be a great fit for supporting that growth.
That's specific. That's researched. That's impressive.
Question number 3. What are your strengths?
This is your chance to brag, but do it strategically.
Pick 2 or 3 strengths that are relevant to the job.
And give a quick example for each one.
For instance, I'd say one of my strengths is attention to detail. In my last role, I caught several errors in reports before they went to clients, which saved us from some potentially embarrassing situations.
See? Strength. Plus example.
That's way more powerful than just saying, I'm detail-oriented.
Question number 4. What are your weaknesses?
Oh, this one makes people panic.
Because you don't want to say something that disqualifies you.
But you also don't want to say, I'm a perfectionist or I work too hard.
Everyone says that. It sounds fake.
Here's a better approach. Pick a real weakness that's not critical to the job.
And then talk about what you're doing to improve it.
For example, I used to struggle with public speaking, but over the past year I've been volunteering to present at team meetings, and I've gotten much more comfortable with it.
That's honest. That shows self-awareness. And it shows you're actively improving.
Exactly.
Part 3. Talking about your experience. Now, let's talk about the questions where they dig into your past work.
These questions usually start with, tell me about a time when...
Or, can you give me an example of?
These are called behavioral interview questions,
And they're looking for specific stories from your experience.
not general statements.
The best way to answer these is with the STAR method.
STAR stands for Situation, Task, Action, Result.
Let's break that down.
Situation. What was the context? Where were you working? What was happening?
Task. What was your responsibility? What problem needed to be solved?
Action. What did you do? Be specific.
Result. What happened because of your actions? Did it work? What did you learn?
Let's try an example question. Tell me about a time when you had to deal with a difficult customer.
Here's how you'd answer using STAR.
Situation. In my last role as a customer service representative, we had a client who was upset because their order was delayed.
Task. It was my job to resolve the issue and keep the client happy.
Action. I apologized for the delay, looked into what happened, and found that there was a shipping error. I expedited a replacement order and gave the client a discount on their next purchase.
Result. The client appreciated the quick response and ended up leaving a positive review. They've been a repeat customer ever since.
That's a complete answer. It's specific, it's structured, and it shows you can handle challenges.
And it only took about 45 seconds to a minute.
That's the sweet spot.
Another common behavioral question: tell me about a time you worked on a team.
Or, tell me about a time you had a conflict at work.
Or, tell me about a time you failed.
For all of these, use the STAR method.
And always end with what you learned or how it made you better at your job.
That's the key.
Part 4. Asking your own questions. All right, now we're getting toward the end of the interview.
And this is where they ask, do you have any questions for us?
Never, ever say no,
Even if they've answered everything you were wondering.
because this is your chance to show curiosity and engagement.
It's also your chance to figure out if this job is actually right for you.
Here are some great questions to ask.
What does success look like in this role?
That shows you're thinking about performance and expectations.
What are the biggest challenges someone in this position would face?
That shows you're realistic and you want to prepare.
Can you tell me about the team I'd be working with?
That shows you care about the people and the culture.
What are the next steps in the hiring process?
That shows you're interested in moving forward.
Here are some questions you should not ask.
What does this company do?
That shows you didn't do any research.
How much does this job pay?
Wait until they bring up salary or until you have an offer.
Can I work from home?
You can ask about flexibility, but don't make it your first question. And definitely don't ask, when can I take vacation?
That makes you seem like you're already thinking about not being there. Part 5. Closing strong. The last few minutes of your interview are just as important as the first few.
This is your chance to leave a strong final impression.
When the interview is wrapping up, you can say something like, I really appreciate you taking the time to meet with me today. I'm very excited about this opportunity.
Or, thank you so much. This conversation has made me even more interested in the role.
You're showing enthusiasm without being desperate.
Then, as you're leaving, smile, shake hands again, and say, I look forward to hearing from you.
Or, thank you again. I hope to hear from you soon.
Simple, confident, professional.
Now, here's something really important.
Within 24 hours, send a thank you email.
Not a text. Not a LinkedIn message. An email.
Keep it short, 3 or 4 sentences.
Here's a template. Dear interviewer's name. Thank you for taking the time to meet with me yesterday. I enjoyed learning more about the specific role and your team. I'm very excited about the possibility of contributing to something specific from the interview. Please let me know if you need any additional information from me.
That's it. Professional, grateful, and it reminds them of your conversation.
And honestly, a lot of candidates don't do this.
So it makes you stand out.
What not to do. Okay, now let's talk about mistakes to avoid.
Because there are some things that can really hurt your chances.
Mistake number 1, talking too much.
Keep your answers between 30 seconds and 2 minutes.
If you notice the interviewer's eyes glazing over, wrap it up.
Mistake number 2, speaking negatively about your current or former employer.
Even if they were terrible.
It makes you look unprofessional.
Instead, frame things positively. I'm looking for a new challenge is better than, my boss was awful.
Mistake number 3, not preparing questions.
You should have at least 3 questions ready.
Mistake number 4, lying or exaggerating.
Don't claim skills you don't have.
They will find out. And it will be worse than just being honest.
Mistake number 5, being too casual.
Even if the workplace seems relaxed, the interview is formal.
Don't curse. Don't use slang. Don't get too personal.
Keep it professional.
/ handling difficult moments. Let's talk about what to do when things don't go perfectly.
Because they won't always.
What if you don't understand a question?
Just ask them to repeat or clarify.
You can say, I want to make sure I understand correctly. Are you asking about rephrase the question?
That's way better than guessing.
What if you freeze and can't think of an answer?
Take a breath. It's okay to pause.
You can say, that's a great question. Let me think for a moment.
That shows you're being thoughtful, not flustered.
What if you realize you gave a bad answer?
You can't go back and change it, so don't dwell on it.
Just move forward and do better on the next question.
One weak answer won't kill your chances.
What if the interviewer seems cold or uninterested?
Don't take it personally.
Some people have a naturally serious interview style.
Just stay professional and confident.
And keep giving good answers. Building confidence through practice. Here's the thing about job interviews.
They get easier with practice.
Your first interview is always the hardest.
You're nervous. You're not sure what to expect.
But the more you do them, the more natural it becomes.
So here's our advice. Practice out loud.
Not just in your head, actually say the answers out loud.
You can practice with a friend, a family member, or even in front of a mirror.
Record yourself and watch it back.
I know that sounds painful, but it really helps.
You'll notice things like if you say, too much, or if you're not making eye contact.
And you can work on fixing those things.
Also, prepare your stories in advance.
Think of 3 or 4 situations from your past work that show your skills.
Times you solved a problem, led a project, worked with a team, or overcame a challenge.
Then practice telling those stories using the STAR method.
When you have these ready, you'll feel so much more confident.
Because you won't be scrambling to think of examples on the spot.
So let's recap everything we've covered.
Make a strong first impression. Be on time, dress appropriately, and start with confidence.
Answer common questions thoughtfully. Use specific examples and keep your answers focused.
Talk about your experience using the STAR method. Situation, task, action, result.
Ask smart questions. Show that you're curious and that you care about the role.
Close strong. Thank them. Express your interest and send a follow-up email.
Remember, interviews are conversations, not tests.
The interviewer wants you to succeed.
They're looking for the right person for the job.
And if you've prepared, if you're genuine, and if you show your value, that person could be you.
Your English doesn't have to be perfect.
What matters is that you're clear, confident, and authentic.
Before we go, we'd love to hear from you.
If you're listening right now, leave us a comment and tell us,
What topic would you like us to cover in future episodes? Your suggestions really help us decide what to create next.
and chances are, if you're struggling with something,
Other listeners are too.
so leave a comment below and let us know what you want help with.
And don't forget to subscribe. We have many more helpful episodes coming out every week.
In fact, next week we'll be covering remote job interviews.
Video interviews can feel very different from in-person ones.
So we'll talk about how to set up your space, how to communicate clearly on camera, and how to handle technical issues.
If you're preparing for remote interviews, you won't want to miss it.
So hit that subscribe button so you don't miss future episodes.
Thank you so much for listening to Real English Conversations.
Keep practicing.
And remember, real conversations don't have to be perfect.
They just have to be honest.
Goodbye for now.
See you next time.